Imagine leaving your luxury home completely unlocked, with the keys still sitting inside the ignitions of your cars, your passports and credit cards scattered across the dining table, and forcing your entire family to flee in the dead of night inside a single pickup truck, driving hundreds of miles while screaming at your son to throw his mobile phone out of the window because you are absolutely convinced that an invisible enemy is tracking your every move to rob and kill you, even though there is absolutely no real danger around you. Welcome to one of the strangest, most baffling, and deeply unsettling true crime and psychological mysteries in recent history. A case that completely paralyzed Australia and the world in 2016, known medically and forensically as folie à deux or shared mass paranoia, where the lives of a highly successful and wealthy family running a peaceful berry farm turned into a living nightmare, causing all 5 members to scatter across the country within days in terrifying ways that left seasoned investigators and top psychiatrists utterly confused to this very day. Our bizarre and thoroughly documented story begins on August 29th, 2016, in the quiet rural town of Monbuk, near Melbourne, Australia, home to the Tromp family, which consisted of 51-year-old father Mark, his 53-year-old wife Jacoba, and their 3 adult children, 29-year-old Rihanna, 25-year-old Mitchell, and 22-year-old Ella, who all worked together on a highly profitable and debt-free berry farm. Suddenly, and without any logical explanation or warning, a severe and acute state of terror and suspicion completely consumed the minds of the parents, as Mark and Jacoba became entirely convinced that someone was actively plotting to destroy their lives and steal their hard-earned money, driving them to force their children into an immediate, frantic escape without taking any technology that could link them to the outside world. The family of 5 packed into the father's truck and drove furiously north, and when Mark discovered that his son Mitchell had secretly sneaked his phone along to keep them safe, the father entered a state of pure rage and forced him to hurl the device out into the darkness, believing it was being used as a tracking beacon by their imaginary tormentors. After hours of continuous high-stress driving, the adult children began to realize that their parents were experiencing a severe psychiatric break and fleeing from ghosts, which caused the family to splinter in a deeply dramatic way. The next morning, after traveling over 850 kilometers, Mitchell decided he could no longer take part in this madness, slipping away from the truck at a stop to catch a train back to Melbourne. As the first survivor of this bizarre road trip, the remaining family continued toward the famous Genlin Caves west of Sydney, where the mental tension reached a breaking point, causing the 2 daughters, Rihanna and Ella, to suffer a severe panic attack, steal a stranger's car, and flee from their own parents, who had completely lost their grip on reality. The sisters drove south to report their parents missing to the police, but due to mounting fear and confusion, they also separated. Ella drove all the way back home to feed her beloved horses, while Rihanna vanished entirely under mysterious circumstances until a passerby found her hours later in a near catatonic, delusional state hiding in the back of a stranger's truck, completely unable to remember her name or where she was, resulting in her immediate hospitalization in a psychiatric ward. Meanwhile, police found the parents' abandoned vehicle in another town with a man believed to be Mark spotted running away into the thick woods, and the very next day, a passerby discovered the mother, Jacoba, wandering the streets hundreds of kilometers away in a deeply confused, agitated, and hallucinatory state, leading her to be placed in the same hospital alongside her daughter. The father, Mark, remained a fugitive in the wilderness for 6 long days, committing multiple break-ins to survive until police finally captured him near a local airport, where he refused to say a single word to the media, choosing only to stare coldly and flip his middle finger at the flashing cameras. Investigators meticulously searched the family farm for toxic chemicals, illegal drugs, or water contamination that could explain this bizarre mass psychosis, but all medical tests came back completely clean, revealing no history of mental illness and leaving the true trigger of their flight a total mystery that the family, once recovered, chose to keep strictly to themselves as a private matter. The strange ordeal of the Tromp family ended, but it left behind an impossible psychological puzzle, proving that sometimes our own minds can be the most dangerous enemy from which there is no escape. Share your quick thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the family suffered from an undetected toxin? Or can fear and paranoia genuinely spread like a contagious disease between human beings? Don't forget to quickly like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for our upcoming and most mysterious stories.